Hi everyone, Windash DevLog number 3. I'm Starck, the current designer of We Are Bots, and today I'm with
Adrien Ufferte, I'm the CEO of We Are Bots, and I'm also the lead developer.
Yes.
And today we are going to talk about interface.
And maybe after we will discuss a little bit about level design. Part 1, interface. We have all the icons implemented in the game, as you can see on the bottom left. The first one being the wine blast. The wine blast, it's an explosion, so we started with red and orange and that kind of stuff. The thing is, it didn't work out too well because it's made by wine, so when we made it with blue and white, it's fairly well.
The second ability is the windshield, and we are represented by the goblin surrounded by a blue circle. The main problem with this icon was to make the goblin easy to recognize at first sight, and it has been made by giving him big ears and big goggles.
Mm-hmm. And the third ability is the dash. The thing with the dash, it's a mechanical ability. It comes from the backpack of the goblin. So we just started to shy away from the blue and the white, which is natural. And we did it with gray for the backpack and orange and yellow. And it works well because it blends with the rest of the interface while being distinctive.
Mm-hmm. On top of each abilities are the cooldowns, and the cooldowns are made with a gray texture and a transparent texture that will disappear clockwise. Mm-hmm. And on top of it, there is 2 layers of text, one big black and one little red, so you can see the numbers of seconds remaining in red with a little black border.
Yes. Regarding the rest of the interface, we have 2 big bars, which are the scores of the game for the rest.
So your team is represented by a blue bar, and the enemy team is represented by a red bar. Mm-hmm. It's easy. But on top of those 2 bars are represented every wind turbines on the map, also the generator on your base, and also the links between them.
Yes.
So if I capture a wind turbine, this wind turbine will pop blue, and if the enemy team captures the same wind turbines, it will turn red. Well, it will turn gray, then red. Mm-hmm. If you complete a path from your generator to your base, the links will be filled with a blue bar that will progress along its path.
And that's a design decision that's very important because we wanted players to be able to decide what points is taken, what points should I attack, what points should I defend. That's very, very important. So I think that's it. Mm-hmm. Part 2?
Part 2. Part 2, level design. So the way the map has been designed is by trying to allow every player to have fun playing the game. Maybe you can enlighten us about this.
Yeah, I'd love to, because level design is amazing. The first thing with level design is you obviously have 2 sides on the map, the losing side and the winning side. So for the winners, you want to be able to secure the win. If you battled very hard to capture a point, to capture a generator, to capture a wind turbines, you want to be able to defend it. So that's why we have those narrow spaces and those narrow bridges. So 1 or 2 goblins can defend that and make a very, very skilled move and be able to defend against many other goblins. The other thing is you want to be able to win more. Winning more is achieved mainly with 2 paths.
Yes, there is a center path with a wind turbine which is very far away from the generator. Mm-hmm. So if you want to defend both, you will have a long path to cover every time you want to make the
And that's a very strategically intensive decision to make for the winning team. That's a challenge, and that's good because they will be occupied. Regarding the losing team, the first thing is you want to have a comeback mechanic. You want to be able to be coming back from a big deficit. It's mainly achieved by the path on the left or on the right, depending on your team.
Yes, because there is 3 entries to this path, and so it's easy for the defending team to be overwhelmed by an attack of a group of enemies.
Yeah, because since there are 3 entries, it will be at most 2 goblins or maybe 3, but that's it. And the 2 wind turbines on the left, it's a little bit of a direct way towards the generator. So you take the first one, you take the second one, and then you attack the generator. And then that's it. You have a link towards your base, so you can start amassing points and wines. The other thing is, we wanted to have, for the losing team, to be able to do something else if they are overwhelmed and they can't do anything. We made very, very narrow spaces, no wide areas at all. So at any point in time, you can toy around with some enemy goblins and try to push them off the cliff, even if you're not trying to attack the points. I think that's it regarding the level design.
Yes, maybe we can start talking about next week.
So next week, the map, she's like a woman. She's only getting dressed up this week.
Yes, and we will also have a new FX for the wind blast, which is pretty ugly for the moment.
Yeah.
We will also reposition and modify a little every wind stream coming out of wind turbines.
And we may also have a big windy surprise, which is the dirigible for the Goblin Camp, the ultimate goal for you to get out of the island.
Yeah.
That's it for this week.
Yes.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.